All right, guys. So for today's Math 8 bell work question, I would like you to simplify these three problems. You can either do them by expanding them and showing me all that work, but keep in mind, I'm really just kind of looking for the simplified answer in standard form. So go ahead, pause the video, go through, see if you know how to do these, and then you can watch the video to make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I would go about these problems. The first thing you need to do is figure out what skill am I testing. Okay, so on this first example, I have an exponent on the outside of 2. That tells me that everything inside the parentheses is multiplying by itself. So this is an example where we are going to expand it multiple times. I get ab to the 4th times ab to the 4th. Okay, some people have become comfortable going straight to standard form, but I personally like to continue expanding it out until all of the exponents are gone. So a, b, 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 b times a, b, 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 b. And then the simplified form is when I just tell how many variables I have. So I have an a and another a, so a squared. And then I have 4 b's and 4 more b's, so b to the 8th. And I just write them next to each other. I don't need any multiplication. It's just a squared, b to the 8th. The second example brings up those pesky negative exponents. And remember, anytime we have a negative exponent, we just move the base to the other side of the fraction and you make the exponent positive. So instead of m to the negative second over 2, I'm going to have 2 and m to the second in the denominator. And then keep in mind, when you get rid of all of the variables, you can replace that with a 1. So my numerator becomes 1, and I have 1 over 2 m to the second. And then for the final bell work question, this is a fraction. So if I put them all in expanded form, I can get rid of the pairs that repeat. So I'm going to have 4 times 4 times 4 times a, all over 4 times 4, a, and then you get rid of the repeating pairs. So I can get rid of 2 pairs of 4s, I can get rid of 4 pairs of a's, and I am left with a single 4 on top and a single a on the bottom. So 4 over a is the final answer. Really quickly before you start your test, if you want to see a scientific notation example, if I wanted to put 2.71 times 10 to the negative 5th in scientific notation, you're going to take 2.71 and move the decimal based on my exponent. So negative 5 tells me I'm going to move my decimal 5 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where my new decimal spot is, and then you're going to fill in with zeros. So in standard form, I would have 0.0000271. Okay, and then you can do the same thing going out of standard notation into scientific notation. So say I had 21000. Okay, you have to figure out where the decimal would be. So the decimal is always after the first non-zero number. So I'm going to have 2.1 times 10 to the, and then figure out where I moved my decimal. So my decimal was moved 1, 2, 3, 4 units to put it in standard form. So it's going to be 10 to the 4th. Again, big numbers have positive exponents, and then really little numbers have negative exponents. So that is your bell work, and then a little extra help right before the quiz. Please do your best, answer every single question, make sure that you get this up to sign it, and turn it in by the end of the hour. I also need your bell worksheet and your weekly all to be turned in, and your note packet. So get all that in. I will grade it. Have a great celebration tomorrow and a great weekend.